Hey guys, Luke here. Just wanted to talk to you guys about a few things. I'm sorry if my looks like I'm looking to one direction. I am literally looking straight when it comes to my iPad. The iPad camera just thinks I'm looking, that way. But yeah, I just there's nothing on this side of my screen. I'm not intentionally trying to look this way, but yeah. I just wanted to talk to you guys about a couple things that I've been doing. Well, that have happened to me in life, and so maybe three things actually. So yeah, actually no, three things. Excuse me. So I just wanted to talk to you about three things that I've been up to and have happened to me over the past week or so, and yeah. So last week, I went to go and see my aunt and uncle in London, and we watched, and also my cousin Danny. And we watched a few football games, and I went to play football in the park with my uncle and cousin Danny. It was really fun. We played, I think it was like 2v1, so two of us trying to score goals against someone in net. My uncle and cousin switched between goalkeepers. I think it was a bit too late for me to, be in goal. Also, the light behind me, this is the only source of light I can use in this room. I don't actually have any, good lighting, but you can obviously see the lights behind me. Yeah, there's nothing I can really do about that. I mean, yeah. It's in shot, Whew. So we had some fun over the, I think it was like one day I slept there overnight and then came Wednesday to Thursday. So yeah. So what happened was, I wanted to talk to him about a movie I was doing placed during the 80s, but then I totally forgot about that because we were so busy doing other things. But hey, if you go there to do one thing, come back and come doing it and another few things that are totally more fun, then that's cool. Also, that's my, if you guys want to know, that's my sister's washing on the dryer there, so don't worry about it if you ask what it is. Yeah, we have like a drying rack in the study. Yeah, I'm literally filming in the study because I don't want to disturb my sister. Literally, our rooms are like that closer together when it comes to a wall. And when it comes to sound, she can literally hear me talking, singing, laughing from, her room, because the walls, they're super thick, So I'm having to, record in the study, and also I'm literally recording off my iPad camera, so the video quality and audio quality might not be as, up to gear when it comes to, watching this video, but yeah, that's what I'm having to work with today, guys. Also, my voice might sound a bit odd because, I should say, I sometimes have a saliva problem, and yeah, that's all the technical difficulties out of the way. Yes, there is a, if you guys did also notice, there's a light bulb up across my head. I'm not using overhead lights, I'm using lamp lights at the moment, to save electricity, but, I do want to have some lighting coming from, actually inside. I mean, there is some light coming from, the window, but that's just like reflection from the light behind me. I mean, if I did this without a light, you could probably barely even see me. I mean, you could, but you need some form of lighting to, see me in this video. Anyway, so my trip to London went really well. I mean, what happened was, on the first day, I literally had to get a return from Baldock to London terminals for one day, but you couldn't do a travel card for a return from Baldock to London overnight. So what I had to do was, my dad literally put £20 onto my card so I could pay for like a tube journey down from King's Cross to Clapham and then back from Clapham to King's Cross on the next day. It cost about £2.60 per visit per journey, which isn't too bad. It's £2.60, and so yeah. And I saw a busker there, and he was playing some really cool tunes on his guitar. And yeah, it's really cool. I also ordered my McDonald's. Also, basically what happened on that journey is all in all on my Instagram, profile. I literally uploaded posts of pictures and videos of what my journey was going back. I didn't do it on the going there because I thought it would have been a bit weird, but yeah. Also, link to that will be in the description down below if you want to check out my Instagram and all my other socials. So yeah, it was really cool. We watched, I think it was Spain versus Germany and Costa Rica versus Japan when it comes to World Cup. Speaking of the World Cup, I have been, keeping in touch with the World Cup matches so far. Come on, England. If you guys are an English fan, we beat Wales 3-0. Awesome. But yeah, that was a really good game. I thought that the US game was a bit dull and boring, but people are just accustomed to England getting 0-0 draws in major tournaments, and that's like what, our 13th or 15th 0-0 draw, which I know it seems boring, but it's just such a British thing or English thing when it comes to major tournaments. I mean, happened in this World Cup, in Euro 2020. Did it happen in 2014? It might have happened in 2014. It definitely happened in 2010 when we drew, I think it was Slovakia 0-0, or yeah, I think it was that. Because we came second in our group because we got 2 draws and a win in that group stage in South Africa in 2010. But we definitely improved since then. I mean, but in my personal opinion, this is a big improvement since 2018, because in 2018 we were like the sort of like second best in our group because we had Belgium, and back in 2018 their golden generation was just but now Belgium's golden generation is just going like that. I mean, there was a whole thing with Kevin De Bruyne and that stupid interview about saying the players still too old. I'm like, shut up, dude, you guys aren't too old, okay? You have an average age of like 28 point something. So yeah, shut up. Anyway, all of the World Cup games have been really interesting. So we have definitely qualified, so have the US out of our group, and we will be playing Senegal on Sunday, which, going on to the next thing, I can actually do Sundays because I now actually have a job. Excuse me, I have a job working at Tesco's in Bulldog. When it comes to someone like me, working at Tesco's in Bulldog is actually like huge. And the real reason why that is because I never thought that it would happen in like a million years. And I'll tell you why. I've applied for jobs at Tesco's in Bulldog, like 5 minutes away from where I live, for the past like 2 years or so. And sometimes I also apply for the one in Letchworth. They have like a Tesco's Express in like the sort of like housing estates areas in Letchworth. But yeah, so I got a phone call. So literally, so they phoned me whilst I was on my dog walk. I think it was last Friday. They phoned me and I was walking my dogs and I had my phone on silent. The real reason why I have my phone on silent is because, I don't want to be disturbed during the night and get a bunch of notifications. So I must have accidentally kept it on silent whilst I was walking the dogs. And also, when you're walking the dogs, they're the main priority. So I can call them back because I knew that the dogs would be okay. I mean, sometimes I can keep a good eye on them whilst I'm calling someone. And the phone call wasn't even that long. I actually told them that I'm on a dog walk, can you, text me instead for the information details? And they did. They texted me for like 2 options. Now, when it comes to me, I had a previous job at Sainsbury's where I had to wake up at like 6 a.m, 5 a.m. in the morning for like a 6 a.m, 7 a.m. start. I'm like, yeah, no, that's not going to work for me, No. Nah. So I quit my job at Sainsbury's and for another reason, which was a lot more personal and I'm not going to talk about. And so then I think there was like a week or so after that, I applied for the Christmas festive temporary position at Tesco's. So obviously they do that because they want to get more colleagues and staff in for the Christmas period. So I'm like, yeah, that could be really cool. So I get a job interview I think his name was Andy, and he goes through the basic interview questions. He said, okay, we'll get back to you within so and so, and I already knew this because I've been to job interviews so many times, and like the maximum amount of time they give you to go through your CV and your references to see whether or not you're a fit candidate or an unfit candidate or somewhere in the middle takes about 2 weeks. So 2 weeks go by, I'm like, okay, I've not got the job, this ain't gonna happen. I might as well just go on Indeed again and just be like, scroll through bunches of worthless jobs, try and find like something that clicks. And then lo and behold, I get a phone call last Friday saying that, hey, we have a couple of positions for you. And so one of them was a 7 a.m. start. I think it was like 7 a.m. till 11 p.m. Sorry, 7 a.m. till 11 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, yeah, no. I've done stuff like that before, so I was at Sainsbury's, not going to do it again. However, the second one was for 3 days a week. 2 of those days I would be doing 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. I'm like, okay. And then on Saturday I'd be doing 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. I'm like, this totally works for me because my earliest start that I get up is 8 o'clock. So I'm like, wow, I can literally wake up at 8 o'clock on Saturday. It takes me about half an hour to get ready and then, 5 minutes to literally go to Tesco's and start working. So I'm like, this is perfect. So I get there, I'm like, okay, cool. I go in for a job induction on Sunday. And what was so odd about this job induction is because, in previous jobs, I'd be like taken to an office and you do all your training on a computer and you'd have someone, shadowing behind you and you can ask the manager who's shadowing you questions about the training. But no, this was like a group session. And for all the other people who apply for jobs for the Christmas period or the 12-week probational period, temporary positions and whatnot. So we were all in a room together and we were literally doing the training on our phones because they didn't have any computers to work with. I mean, they did have tablets like iPads like I'm using now, but they said, nah, you got to use your phones. I'm like, okay. And literally the training took like half an hour to do. We were in there for so long because we had to watch videos explaining the training, which is fair enough. And there was this guy from UWest, I think it's called UWest, which is the trade union partnership with Tesco's. And trade unions are kind of like, insurance company policies when it comes to, workers, trying to make sure that you are valued as a worker. And if something bad happens to you, they will cover insurance, for maternity leave, paternity leave. If you're a parent and you've recently had a child or children, and if something bad happens to you at work, like an injury or a fight or accident that wasn't your fault, and holiday pay and stuff like that, So yeah, it was really cool. And they don't just do stuff like that for you inside Tesco's. It's like a broad thing. So if an accident happens to you, or something bad happens to you that wasn't your fault outside of Tesco's, they will cover you. Absolutely. They will cover you for the insurance and everything. Try to get a good enough deal as possible for the situation that happened. I'm like, okay, cool. So I signed up for it and it's only like £2.60 out of my overall paycheck. I'm like, okay, this seems legit. And they gave us a pamphlet or a leaflet. I don't have it with me now. But, I might leave a link to UWest website in the description and see if you guys think it's legit or not. And if you always want to sign up for Tesco's, have a look at their website and see just how legit they are. And yeah. Change location for the final review bits of the video. This is my bedroom with my overhead lamp. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My social medias will be in the description down below if you want to check out my Instagram photos from the weekly vlog I did in London, which will also be uploaded on my channel very soon, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.